Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome to my channel, All of My Plants. Today, Vlogmas Day 14. Yes, I'm losing track. I don't know, yeah, I guess you can kind of see them. I have a bunch of plants here that used to live on this trellis thing. It's a DIY trellis that my husband and I built, I want to say last fall maybe? Maybe it was even in the spring, this past. 100% sure, but either way, we DIY'd that, and these plants were the plants that were on there. I think I showed them at the end of that video, not 100% sure. But I've changed it now, obviously, to what you see there. And the reason I've changed it is because these plants here were starting to suffer really bad, and mostly because they were velcroed onto that trellis, and I was watering them in place, but I was never really sure how much water they were getting. I'd see some water in the bottom, I had it lined, I would see some water hanging out down there, and I'd think, okay, that's enough water. Apparently for some of them it wasn't, because they look rough. They did grow, some of them grew really well, some of them not so much. But I've got, how many plants do I have in here? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were other plants in there that weren't on the trellis, but I was treating them the same way. They were just getting water, whenever. It was a pink princess, a white knight, some philodendron that was, miniature. That's all it was labeled. A cissus, which the cissus is okay. I'm going to chop that up. It's actually in the other room. But so, like I said, they were just varying states of distress. So I pulled them all off there, and I put moss poles in there instead. Somebody's jumped on it and broke a leaf already. Probably one of the cats. I mean, on this bin. So what I've put in there now is the plants on poles, because I can just pull the whole pole out. It's supported. It looks okay in there. Is that going to be the long-term purpose for that? I don't know. But for now, I have that space. I'm going to use it this way for now. But I do think it'll change eventually. So these, I'm gonna probably cut them up. Not 100% sure. It's gonna be fun to do while I'm trying to hold this mic thing. Let's see. I'm gonna set it aside for a minute so I can pull some of these out and maybe show them to you. Maybe I'll move this chair closer so I can set it on there. Okay, maybe that works. I don't know. I can't see how loud I am. But yes, I have plants here. Let's see. They're all just kind of wrapped and stuck on top of the pot. Oh, this one's shorter. Where's the pot for that one? I don't recommend anybody care for their plants in this way. It's not effective. Oh my gosh. This thing that I'm holding here in my left hand, this thing, grew like crazy. But not in a good way. It is Monstera subpinnata, I believe. Which I really like this plant. All, I don't know, 7 or 8 feet of it. But you see, it's 3 leaves. There's a growth point here. Get my face behind it. And then where else? It did split a couple times. Right? Am I lying? Well, this is one vine here, right? Yeah. So it split when I propagated it. The propagation never grew, ever. It survived, but it just never grew, and I finally gave up on it. So yeah, this has a growth point, and then this other longer vine here has that ridiculous little growth point, which actually does have a leaf. So where's my snips? I'm cutting those. I've actually got this one separated. I'm cutting right back to this leaf. These are getting very dull, probably from trying to hack through that Monstera with it. Which was last video. Alright, so that's one cutting. Really dusty too. Really dusty. I've just got a tray. I'm setting them in over here. This. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna cut this one here. Oh, maybe. There we go. So much tanglage. Okay, so this one's free. Yeah, it spit out a runner like you wouldn't believe. I think I needed to get this on a pole significantly earlier than what I did. So yeah, this is just a little bitty ridiculous thing, but we'll try. And then this here, I'm going to cut this runner back right above this leaf, and hopefully it won't run again. I might keep a couple nodes of this. I don't think it's going to do much, but we'll see. We'll see. As soon as it has roots, I'm strapping it to a pole, potting it, strapping it to a pole, because I am not having the best time with this plant. I love it. I usually don't have a problem with monsteras running that much, except for Peru. But this one here, it's been a pain. I've got a bin here, I don't know if you can see it. And then there's another one back here, you might have been able to see it earlier with the red top, that just has nodes and leaf propagations and whatever in there. And that's where these are going to end up, these little node propagations. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't have a bin for my little stemmy bits. I should have thought that ahead a little bit more. Alright. Oh my gosh, still so much more to go. I'm going to cut this guy off with some of his chunk. See, that one actually developed a little leaf. That's so weird. It is pretty beat up. The little black cat I have, Knox, he likes to jump all over that. That one there is already done what it's going to do. So is this one. Yeah, he was all over that planter, and he broke so many leaves. And he's already jumped in there, and my Splendid is in there. He broke the new growth off the new point. So, that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun for me. But it's okay. We'll forgive him. Where am I going? That one there. We'll forgive him this time, and probably next time, and the time after that, and time after that. If we're being honest. Alright. I still have a lot of vine here. Still another 4 feet there, maybe? Some of it's so beat up, I just don't know. I don't think I'm going to fool with the rest of that. Let me move this somewhere, because the husky that's running around here, she's got a weird thing about stealing stuff. And I would rather she didn't steal and eat this stuff. Alright, these are just stemmy pieces. Put them here, probably get sap on the carpet. Alright. So, we have what? 2 cuttings with leaves, a little growth point, another little started growth point, and then some nodes, about 6 nodes. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, next, since we're doing Monstera, I'm more kick with these Monsteras. I have... Is this Subpinata? Or was that Subpinata? No, I think this one's Pinata partita. Which just ran and ran and ran. There's another vine in here. Okay, Monstera Peru. Nope, not Peru. It looks very much like Peru, but it's a Pinata partita. I think. And it's, yeah, seen better days. One whole vine is just gone. I don't know where it went. But it ran quite a bit more than this. But, chopping the whole thing up. Right from the bottom. Okay. This plant looks like hell. Sorry, my dog is walking around growling because my husband's outside trying to work. Single leaf cuttings, I'm not saving any empty nodes. This plant looks great. I hauled it on this channel. Where did I get it? Virginia Beach, I think. I can't remember. Maybe I've had it 2 years. It's never really looked any better than it did the day I got it, unfortunately. So, yeah. I really bungled it with this plant. Some of these leaves are so tiny. But you know what? Tiny little leaves can grow, and big leaves might happen. I'm gonna leave these, what is it, 3 and 1 coming together. Little cutting, and then leave them together. There we go. Alright, next vine. This looks a lot like Peru, but I don't really, even the growth points broke on that one. I don't really know what the difference is between like a juvenile Pinata partita and Peru. They just kind of all look the same to me. So, I don't know. Anyway, my youngest lass is packing because she's moving in. I think she said about 3 weeks. So she has been packing. This is just an ugly leaf, so I'm not even going to bother to propagate that one. Winky! This dog, man, this dog. Anyway, so she's feeling stressed a little bit about the whole moving process, especially where it's close to the holidays. Weenie. Winky. Yeah, I guess this did do some running in between some of the nodes. What, buddy? What's the matter? You can't both fit here. You can't both fit. Don't grump. Don't grump. He's my good boy. Go get me a toy. Go get me a ball. Go get me your toy. No, don't grump. Go get me your toy. Oh. Go get a toy. He's needy today. Moody. And obnoxious. That one's spent, I believe. Cut that back further. Alright. So, and the other girl, she went to Pittsburgh? Nope, Philadelphia with her girlfriend. For the last, I don't know, 2 days, 48 hours or something. They weren't going long. It's not far from here, so. Alright, there's that one. But apparently they had a great time. I'm jealous. I want to go somewhere. I just went to Myrtle Beach not that long ago. Why am I complaining? Jeez. What a tangled mess. Do I just start chopping? Because that might make my life easier. This is philodendron. I think it was silver stripe. Gosh, the cats have definitely done a number. The cats. No, the cat. One cat did this to this plant. It's so tangled. I'm not helping, I'm sure. Will you quit grumping? Oh, I broke a leaf off. I think I did. Alright, I guess we'll do this one since I've untangled that. Wait, isn't there another vine of this somewhere in here? Sure is. It's much shorter. Okay. Oh, there's another one still. It's also short. Okay. This was... I never remember the name of this particular syndapsis, but it's like got a weird modeling on it. Let me see. I don't know if you can see that very well. But yeah, I like it. I do like it. Alright. Same thing, chopping it up. I might save a few nodes of this one, because the top portion of this, I believe, like reverted to kind of, yes, really, to kind of just look like regular exotica. So, I would really like to get the plant back to looking what it should. Which I do have this one somewhere else too, and that one I believe does look right. Maybe it's in here? I actually have no idea where it's at. Right, let me get a short one. This one is actually, oh no it hasn't. Okay, I was gonna say, but that there should root well, because it's got a nice little aerial root on that one. Most of it didn't, because it's just been indoors and in my very low humidity. So most of this doesn't have like really great aerial roots or anything. Oh, that's rooted down in there. Alright. Weird little top cut. That's cute though. Isn't it cute? And then this guy here has a root, aerial root. I think that's just gonna rot. I don't know. But the note above that is spent because that's where the rest of the vine grew from. No. Yeah? No. No. Okay, then this guy here, which is the long one. I'm gonna say that's, what, 6 feet long? Yeah, I'll say it's 6 feet. But yeah, it pretty instantly, this whole vine looks pretty instantly reverted to look just like regular exotica to me. It's really dusty, but I don't know. Tell me, what do you think? I think it looks just like regular Syndapsis exotica. But sure, I have a pot of that. Maybe I'll just use it to fill that out. Waste nothing. No, I say that, but then you just saw me cut a bunch and go, I'm not rooting these nodes. Alright. Where, oh. Cold. Hello?
Are you filming?
Yes. Why? Hello?
Can I come in?
Yeah. Don't trip over my camera.
Sorry.
You're alright. Pull that cord up and over that, and you can probably step over it.
Well,
The cord. Move it to the other side, and you might be able to step over it. It might hang lower. Or you can unplug it for a second, just plug it back in when you're done. Okay, I forgot what I was saying. My husband just came in from the door that's behind there. He's been working on that room. But anyway, yeah, I'm still chopping. Still chopping. I think I was saying I'm going to need more moss or bigger container. Probably both. I might put some of these in water. I don't know. I've got a lot of water propagations around right at the moment, just because it's easy. It's easy and fairly effective for a lot of plants. It can also be messy though, especially if you have pets that really think they need to drink plant water for some reason, which we do have a couple. We do have a couple of those, so. If it was summertime, I wouldn't even bother to try to root these at all. I would just pot them right up. And I would expect that a couple would die, but not all of them. But yeah, in the summertime I don't have too much problem with just chopping things and throwing them in. I think the heat, the humidity, the extended daylight hours, they just root fine in soil. Most plants. Or at least that's been my experience. It's a pretty plant though, poor thing. Some of it's so dusty. No, you don't care, do you? She is not moving. She doesn't care how much I thump her in the head with leaves. She's cold. She's a very cold-natured little dog. So a warm body is a wonderful thing. Come on, Doot Doot. Doot Doot. Alright. Try this a little shorter. No. Well, now dropped pieces of cinnamon. Hang on. She does not want to be moved or messed with right now. She's happy where she is. Okay. This is looking rough. This is Epipremnum amplissumum. Yeah. Or it was once upon a time. It was the silver stripe one. It's not really showing that characteristic anymore. I have more of this plant, so it's okay. Alright. I'm going to make this into 2 cuttings. One there. And then this bottom bit here. Yep. Those are probably definitely going to go in water because I don't have any containers that are tall enough to accommodate those leaves. And this one here, it looks like I've already cut from it. and it's just not looking good. I don't think I'm going to worry with this. I have more of this plant, so yeah, it's going to be fine. Alright, so look at that, we've mowed 3 down already. Was this the monster Propagating, whatever stuff? Oh, I just cut that root. Pretty sure it is. I'm just looking to see if this looks like it's actually going to grow from anywhere. It might. Do I want to fool with it though? I don't think I do. I'm struggling with that plant, like I said, so. Alright. Now this is the philodendron silver stripe, which had split. Let's see, it was 2 vines. This one just stayed 1 vine. Yep. And then this one, I believe, split somewhere down here. Yeah, right here. To become a 2nd vine, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna chop it. Yep. Because it's naked at the bottom. Cat could beat it up. Alright, so we're coming up to where am I chopping this? Right here, because this is an all green leaf. And then I've cut it there before. So I'm cutting it way up here. Yeah, right there. And single leaf cuttings. I have more of this plant somewhere also. It's in a little bitty hanging basket. Actually, it's up in there. It's got maybe a dozen leaves off on it. It's just 1 vine. That's kind of growing in a little basket up there. I had intended to get this particular philodendron on a moss bowl, but it just never happened. But, you know, so this is another opportunity, I guess, to get one of these going and actually do that. Actually get it done this time. Wow, this is a lot of material. I just threw that before. That's wow. We're just about before. Okay. But, you know, I mean, I wish I hadn't let him get this bad, but at the same time, like I said, it's an opportunity to do better. Correct? Right. And I'm just going to break this leaf off. Maybe I'll just cut it off, because otherwise I'm going to rip it to pieces and leave this leaf with the growing point. Alright. I'll figure out. Alright, next, this is the one that's split. I'm going to cut the one that's split. This philodendron had some really weird stuff going on. Like when I say that, it shot out this, like from the same place, like this leaf doesn't have a sheath. Like there was no sheath. It was growing independently, without sheaths here at this particular spot. And what it did shoot out was like this little string with a little, it almost looked like an anthurium flower kind of dangling there. It was very strange. I don't know what this plant was thinking when it did that. I assume it was just a really weird, misshapen, tiny leaf, because I don't think one of these has been known to flower since like 1960. I could be wrong. Philodendron heteroecium, is that what we're still calling these fine philodendrons, heartleaf philodendrons? But yeah, so I don't know what was going on there. That's gonna be weird. Okay, so this has 2 cuts on it, but it might grow again. Actually, I don't see where it would. Okay, so we're gonna pitch that. I'm not doing a whole bunch of... Look, the petiole on this is so short. This is the weirdest philodendron I think I've ever grown. Like, that's... It's so short. Why is the petiole so short on that leaf? It's flippin' weird. But we'll root it anyway. These I might actually stuff in a pot. I don't know. Oh, I can see a growth point there. Even though it's been cut there before. Such a weird plant. This particular node has 2 leaves. One with a sheath, one without. That's so weird. It's like a mutant. But we're gonna go ahead and grow it. our little weird mutant silver stripe, which I thought had reverted several times, but then it would like get itself back together and spit out lovely new leaves again. This is the leaf that did it, that shut out the weirdness. I recognize the leaf because it has a weird pucker. Look out, Dodo, come on. Let me up. Let me up a minute. Come on. Let me show you, if I can get the dog off me for a second. Come on, Dodo, it's fine. Move on. Scoot your boot. Okay. Okay, so we're checking out the petiole here, right? You see this little stringy bit of whatever? That was the little string that was thing that looked like a flower, like a, what would you call it? An anthurium flower. That's kind of what it looked like. It was just dangling from here, and you could see where it came out, maybe. Maybe you can see that. But yeah, it was just dangling off that little stringy bit there. It's very bizarre. I'm overheating. Okay, camera overheated.
Hello?
Hello?
I just messed you up again.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Just started again because the camera overheated.
Oh, God. Can you unlock the door for me?
What door?
That door right there. I've been bothered.
Would you lock it when you came in?
I had to because I got to put the strips down there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go in.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you.
Oh, it's okay. I still love you.
Something, like I say, that there I had to do on the outside.
Okay, it's been things. Batteries overheating, camera died, just things. Not batteries, camera overheating and batteries died. What did I say? Yeah, so I was still chopping. Alright. Was this two? Yeah. Alright. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just try these directly in soil, if I have a pot big enough. I'm pretty sure I do. Oh, I was also, when the battery died one of these times, I was saying that I used to have this on a stick, a bamboo stick or something. And I think I'm gonna do that with more plants. At least until I can do the whole moss pole thing, or until they really need a moss pole, until they're big enough to need that much support. Mostly just because moss poles are not my favorite thing. Neither is the stick in the pot, but it does work. It is sufficient until the plant is bigger or heavier or wonkier. This leaf is damaged. I'm just gonna node this guy. See how that goes. I don't think the one above it is would be the top cut. We're not messing with that. But yeah, just because it's fast and easy way to support some plants, and I have some that I think could benefit from some support but aren't quite to the point where I want to have a moss pole for a plant that's about 4 inches tall. You know, a 3-foot moss pole just kind of hanging out there. It's not always the most convenient thing. This is so weird. I don't know with this plant. It's the weirdest philodendron I've ever had. Oops, what am I doing? Or it's definitely pretty high up there in the weirdness department. I think I might just leave this as a top cutting. Get rid of this one leaf that is really shredded. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's all my chopping, right? You see Dodo over here? Yeah. Doo-doo. Okay, so I'm done chopping. I think I'm gonna have to take, no, this is not my bin, this is actually my daughter's. This, I know it's not showing, but it's down there. I was gonna take this bin and stuff it with moss, but that's her bin, and she might need that where she's moving. Alright, so let's get some nodes in these containers that I do have in here. I had to turn off the humidifier in here. I realized that the humidity in here was like 83% last night, and it was like condensating down lower and then just kind of like running down. I was like, yeah, wet carpet, yay, let's not do that. So I don't have the humidifier on currently. I'll wait until it gets pretty dry in there. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm just making sure that some moss contacts some of these nodes. I don't know what I have in here. I think philodendron, melanochrysum, and I think this was a pink princess that was mostly reverted. I don't know if you can see that in there. What else is in here? Lichens? I don't know. It'll be one of those things, let's grow it and see what happens. It'll be a surprise for everyone. And I think it's the same. There's another one right here. I can identify a silver hero or platinum, Syndapsis silver hero or platinum. I'm not sure which it is. But yeah, I can identify that. And some moldy mildew on some other, I think it's Jose Bono nodes. Sure. Okay, that might be pretty full. I don't know, can you tell? I don't think I'm going to fit anything else in there. I maybe could, but once they start growing, they'll really be competing for space and or light. Alright, so stuff this one in here. Let's see what's going on in this one, which I had it open to kind of air out. There's one in here that I don't even know what it is, but I see it's starting to grow. I pulled some out that were rotted. Here's another one. It's just no good. Try to hide my face. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Probably Syndapsis. Is that all that's rotted in here? It might be. Okay. So I'm going to stick this one in here. And I'm going to hold on this guy. I'm going to put him somewhere else because he's a little weird. Alright, but other than that, that's all the wet sticks. Yeah, this guy here has some like fuzzy mold or mildew. Normally I would remove that, but I'm not overly worried about it. I think I'm just going to leave it to dry a little bit more, and then I'll cover it back up. It doesn't seem to be spreading, it's just on the places that were damp, like the fresh cuts. If I have to, I'll treat it with probably alcohol. Or I could do bleach, I guess, I don't know. Alright. Now, I've got a whole tray of leaves here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's a lot of vegetation. Alright, so the Monstera, these guys, subpinata, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to do these in water. I've got 87,000 things of water around it. I'll just stick them in one that already exists somewhere. The same with these Epipremnum amplissumum cuttings. I think there's two of those, right? There's another one of the subpinata. There's the other Epipremnum amplissumum. Do I have any other long ones that would easily reach water? The Syndapsis leaf, we'll do that in water. And this Pinata partita. I have a little thing with, I think it's got some arrowhead vine. Why can't I not think of the name of that? Syngonium. There we go. It's got some syngonium in it. But I think it'll fit in there with that. And the rest of these, I need some moss or something. That one there might actually reach too with that little syngonium. Oh, alright, I need a pot. We might have to relocate too, because I'm not trying to get a whole bunch of dirt and moss all over my carpet. Alright, I'll be back. We're going to find some supplies. Okay, I've relocated. I've got some soil. I think I have some moss on the other side of the table. Do I? I do. Okay. And I've got a couple pots that I did not wash. I swear, I washed some pots yesterday or the day before, and of course, those aren't the sizes that I need. So, yeah, I'm going to try to pot some of these. I'm not sure which ones. We'll see. Spoon. Definitely some of the silver stripe I'm going to try to pot up. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll start with this size. I don't know how many cuttings there are. I might need this size. We'll start with this. I can always downsize, right, if this is too much. And I am going to plant them kind of shallow, just because I don't want to completely inundate them. Start around the edge. There's the weird one with its little string. But yeah, I hope I don't end up killing all of these. That would be a bummer. I mean, it is what it is at this point, but it would be a bummer, nevertheless. Gosh, this is a lot of plant material. What are you doing, Rainy? Winkle, winkle. What's doing, buddy? This is not going to work for me, pal. I'm going to wait and put that one towards the center because it's got a shorter stem. What is it? Huh? What's the matter? Okay. Can I finish doing what I'm doing? If you want to sit next to me, that'll be fine. Okay. My dog is needy today. The dogs are needy today. Oops, sorry, I just bumped the mic. Oh, that's a short one. Make a pile of short ones. That's shorter. I'm just going to beat this mic to death. Here, let me put it right here. Maybe I won't put it right there. Maybe I won't hit it so much. Alright, quit licking my arm. Quit slobbering on me. Thank you. That's so much plant material. Oh my gosh. That's a short one. Oops. Don't worry, I am going to fill out the center of this pot as well, but I'm trying to start with some longer stems around the edge, and then I'll fill some, and then I'll keep tucking towards the center. So maybe we won't end up with such a weird looking pot here, or it might look terribly bizarre. It's gonna be fun. Oh, why did I put it back in there? It's a short one though. I know there's more. Short one. There's one really long one right there. Alright. Put some soil in here. And go on to the next. Oops. I'm clearly on the ball today. Alright. I'll get lost down there. Okay. More. And some of these are going to shade each other, unfortunately. It might cause some losses because of that. Come on now. It's going to be alright. Short. That's still too short. Oh. We're just shuffling through plant material. Underneath of there, it was just some leftovers from some, other plants that I had chopped up. But I didn't do anything with those. It's just empty nodes. And I was like, do I want to cut those up? I'll think about it. And then I just did not want to cut those up, so I didn't. What's that? That might be all of them. So yeah, I think this plant wasn't necessarily a bad, or this pot wasn't necessarily a bad choice. So I keep thinking I have them all, and then I don't. Oh, that's just a leaf. There's no note on that leaf. Okay. Is that everybody? There might be. Okay. Back over there. And I'm just going to keep placing them in. I might need even more soil now, so that I can kind of tuck them in. Might look like I'm really burying them because this pot looks pretty full, but it's going to sink and settle quite a bit. So I'm not worried about losing them under all that soil I just dumped in there. But I have to have it kind of up high enough to hold things in place as I keep poking these in here. I think I'm going to put this in that greenhouse cabinet that's in the other room, or not the greenhouse cabinet, the actual little greenhouse. I still have the plant cabinet. I don't think you all have seen it lately though. Alright, you're just being a pain. These really short ones, I might put them in a smaller pot, because I'm having a hard time getting them to behave in here at all. You might. Okay. Who else is over here? This one. Alright, that might be all I do in this pot. Just because I don't want to completely crowd them out, so that nobody sees the light of day. Don't worry, I'll spray all this dirt off that I just dumped on that leaf. I'll give it a good hosing, or maybe when I shake it. I don't want to shake too viciously and have all my cuttings that I just stuck in here wander off either. Alright, I need a smaller thing to get in here with. Like I said, this is going to settle quite a bit once I start dumping water. I said shoot because I just pulled one out of there. Where I had it all tucked in. Whee! I hear my dog over there like wheezing. I shouldn't say wheezing, he's heavy breathing. I don't know if that means he's happy or he's annoyed. Dang, I just pulled another one out. And this one fell out. Fun with shorter cuttings. Truly it is. Alright, hopefully everybody's bits and bobs are covered. Alright, I'm going to go with that. And then I'll water that in. So, I mean, that ended up being a pretty full pot. And then I've got just a few. Where am I going to put those in? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Do I really even want to fool with those? I don't think I do. I'm not going to. So that's going to go in the bin below the tray here. Alright. Syndapsis. Where can I put it? We'll put it right here at the front of the table. Alright, syndapsis. I'm going to try to do the syndapsis, I think, in this one. Same thing, I'm going to start with it pretty shallow. I think there was a bunch of syndapsis too. Oop. Just hit the mic again. And that mic. A lot of this is just looking like exotica. It really is. Oh, that's a nice top cut. That might actually do something. Amazing. I don't know if it'll be amazing or not. Why are you going somewhere? Where are you going? What are you doing? Please stay. That's short. I don't think I really want to over-clutter this pot, so I might end up with 2 pots of it, huh? Maybe alright. One more. This one. Alright. So I just kind of filled in the center, but then this one where it's not as full, I'm also going to push the cuttings toward the center. Now that I've put some in the center, some soil. Does that make sense? Just so that they're not growing / leaning right up against the edge of the side of the pot. Not that anything's wrong with that. I mean, if they're going to grow, they're going to grow. They won't care at all. But just because as it does start to grow and fill out, it'll look nicer, I think, my humble opinion, if they're not all at the edges of the pot. Look, this one cutting won't stay in. Damn it down there. Alright. Hopefully that'll stay put now. So that's not the most attractive thing, but but it'll be okay. It will. Alright. Am I going to do a second pot? How many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there was another of those. The silver stripe. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, so much of it. That's a Peru. That's a symbiosis. Gosh, it's everywhere. Over here. Maybe I will tuck a few more in that pot because there's even more. But wait, there's more. There's some. Yeah, I think I am going to try to tuck a few more in that pot because I didn't bring enough pots apparently. I have a feeling that Nata partita or whatever it's called there is going to be a pain in the butt to root. I just think so. I think it's going to be a lot like Peru. I've had a hard time sometimes getting Peru to root. Oh, okay. Maybe we'll try ones that have a straighter stem, because that was not working for me. This one maybe. Yeah. That one worked out a bit more. The bark is also getting in the way. It's a very chunky mix. I haven't changed my mix at all. It's the same thing I use for pretty much everything, which may or may not be the best for rooting these plants. I guess we'll find out. We will find out together. If it's a terrible mistake, I will let you guys know. But yeah, okay. I got a couple in there. Alright. And pot number 2. The ones that have reverted, if they do end up rooting okay, they will, well, I say they reverted, but they just look like plain exotica. Those ones will end up going in my exotica. Because, I mean, they're pretty. It's a pretty plant. And my exotica suffers from underwatering and all kinds of things, so it has gotten a little, I don't want to say bald on top, it's kind of just one-sided. I think I bought a small pot of it, and now it's just kind of, it's a big pot, but it's not a full pot. It's grown quite a bit, so it is in a much larger pot. It was a 4-inch, maybe 3-4-inch starter plant when I got it. I'm trying to settle that soil in and not shake everybody out. I shook somebody out. Who? Not you. You. Dagnabbit. But, yeah, so it's grown quite a bit, because I think now it's in a 8 or 10-inch hanging pot. But, yeah, it's still not, it could be fuller, I'll put it that way. It could be fuller. And if these survive, it will be. Now, I think at least some of them will survive. I don't think I've ever tried to root plants this way and had the whole pot die, but I have definitely had some death, some that just didn't root or grow or survive for whatever reason. But I'm okay with that. I'm not going to run out of plant material anytime soon, so it's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Alright. Alright, and that's it. I've got 3 left over that didn't make it. Well, I say didn't make it, they're just, I'm not fidgeting with them, but so much. Those are all the ones that look, you know, reverted. Alright, do we try to go find a pot and do the same with the Monstera Peru? Canada Partita. I think we do. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll be right back. Make a mess. Alright, we grab a pot. Okay, I got this pot, which might be big. I don't know. But we're going for it. We are going for it. Gosh, if these ever do start to root, I'm going to have to actually clean the leaves because they are dusty. Like, it's to the point where when you run your thumb across it, the dust doesn't, like, smear off, it rolls off. It rolls up. That's how you know it's heavy dust. Heavy, heavy dust. Oh man, I found, this is one of the leaves, it's what it's supposed to look like, of the Syndapsis. So, I'm going to poke it down in there. Okay. Try to do the big leaves around the outside edge if I can. Alright. Start with those, because they have the longest petioles. Alright, maybe that'll kind of hold them in place while I try to put some of the slightly shorter ones in here. Oops. More Syndapsis, it's everywhere. Everywhere, okay. And these two. There. There. More soil. And I've got a few more. That one. That one. I'm still finding philodendron and everything else mixed in here, Syndapsis. That one there. And then this one there. Okay. Get some soil on those guys. Jiggle, jiggle, gently jiggle. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the philodendrons and Syndapsis, somebody, and kind of pull them towards the center and fill around the outside edge a bit. Hopefully snug them in. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but in my mind, it's brilliant. Fully brilliant. No, kitty. You're not helpful. You're not. You're cute, but you're not helpful. Sorry, the cat knocked over the mic. Trying to be nosy. I'm hungry. I should eat something. I don't think I've eaten today. And it's 5:30. No wonder my stomach's sitting here growling. Oh. Food. Oh, I had a brownie. I broke down and made brownies. The holidays, I swear, it's one of the harder times of year to stick to a diet and not sugar. Especially Christmas. Christmas is like baking season as far as I'm concerned. So I made some caramel, walnut caramel brownies. But anyway, I think we have everybody potted up. I'll bring everybody closer to you so you can see the mess I've made of them. What did we end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4 pots. 4 pots of plant material, which I think is plenty. Okay, so this is the Syndapsis. That's cute. She's cute. We like her. That's one of them. Then this is the other one. This one has some of the, what the plant's supposed to look like in there. I see another leaf there. But yeah, that's cute. And then this is the Pinnata partita, which looks a lot like Peru to me. But yeah, see the dust? And then the very flat looking Philodendron silver stripe. I think it'll be okay in time, we hope. Hopefully I didn't just kill all these plants. The Subpinnata, I think I've got them right, I'm not sure. The Subpinnata I have in water with the Philodendron Jose Bono, and there might be some other cuttings of things in there with it. I don't know, but I'll put it up here. Up here. I'm not sure what I've put it in, but I've done something with them, and I just figured water rooting is fine. When they start to show some roots, I'll put them in some soil. But until then, that's where they live. So thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.